Welcome to the second battle of the Taros Air War campaign. For those who don't know, this is a solo campaign, as I'm expecting another lockdown any day now. Thank you very much, COVID. I'm using a new microphone now to do these recordings. Unfortunately, I got the microphone after I filmed the battle, so you're probably going to hear a huge difference between the slides and what you see on, or what you hear on the battlefield. So this mission is the breakthrough scenario from the Skies of Fire box set, which is a starter scenario. The mission forces are supposed to be between 50 and 100 points. I've just arbitrarily decided to play at 100 points due to the cost of some of the fighters. It made more sense to me, so I would be able to pick out at least a fair force on both sides. I'll pick out both lists first, then roll to see who gets to be the attacker or defender. Only fighters and bombers are allowed in this mission. For some reason, when I first read the mission, I thought each side had to have a bomber, but rereading it, it isn't required in the mission setup or the rules. So, warning to everyone, remember to read your rules very carefully. So in this mission, defenders deploy all their aircraft first on any board edge at any speed and altitude. The attackers set up on the opposite board edge, again, any altitude and speed. Defenders are trying to escape off the opposite board edge, and this will count as a voluntary disengagement, no matter what turn it is. Attackers are obviously trying to intercept the defenders. So we'll roll for initiative as normal. Winner gets to choose who moves first, and remember, whoever moves first gets to shoot first. The game will have standard 12-turn limit, or if one side is forced to disengage, or if only the defenders are on the field. There are some special mission victory rules. For the defenders, they get full points worth of any aircraft that disengages off the opposite board edge. This counts as a voluntary disengagement. If they disengage in any other way, you get no points at all for that. Also, this is the only way defenders get points. Attackers, on the other hand, get their victory points the normal way, plus an additional 5 points for each enemy aircraft that is destroyed before it can voluntarily disengage. As I said before, when I first read the mission briefing, for some reason I thought I had to include bombers in both forces. Don't ask me why. Brain works in strange ways sometimes. The forces requirements simply state that the mission is limited to fighters and bombers. So once I realized I didn't need bombers, I knew the Imperials would be taking Lightnings and Lightning Strike fighters again. They're cheap, they're fast, and in a mission where you may want to run off the other side of the board as quickly as possible, you need the speed that the Lightnings have. If they end up being the attacker, again, these nimble fighters have the best chance of getting into proper positions to get the best shots on the defenders. After their performance in the last mission, I'm not so worried about the Lightnings having only 2 shots per turn. With their laser cannons, they pretty much destroyed anything they hit. Hopefully we'll get to see what the Lightning Strikes can do with their multi-lasers this time. So I'm taking my 3 surviving veterans from the last missions in hope that most, if not all, survive and get the little Ace Squadron or Squadron Ace promotion with its free reroll and a chance to bail out if shot down. In theory, Lieutenant Brandon with his 2 kills could earn an Ace skill if he shoots down 3 aircraft. I have to admit, last mission I was very disappointed in the performance of the Barracudas. While yes, they were outnumbered, and yes, they did get the first kill of the game, they had a horrible time dealing with the Imperial Lightnings. Knowing that the Barracudas will probably be outnumbered again, I tried to think the best way to deal with this weakness. In the end, I decided to take one of each type of Barracuda, one with a railgun, one with a burst cannon. Let's face it, the Tau need the speed and the maneuverability of the Barracuda, whether they end up as the attackers or the defenders. For my last choice, I took a Tiger Shark. Mostly I wanted something that could take a hit or 2, or 3. The Tiger Shark doesn't have the same maneuverability as a Barracuda. After all, the Tiger Shark is classed as a bomber. However, it does have armored cockpit, which will save damage on a 6, more structure points than the Barracuda, having 5 to the Barracuda's 2, and it has a better rate of fire on the main weapons than a similarly armed Barracuda. At a maximum speed of 5, it's as fast as a normal Barracuda without afterburner. It may take a Tiger Shark an extra turn or two to cross the board, but hopefully the Tiger Shark will be tough enough to take the damage and hopefully take out some of the enemy flyers on the way. I did choose a Tiger Shark with ion cannons, simply as the ion cannons can shoot at short range, where the railguns cannot. We'll see if that was the right choice later or not. I could have taken 2 Tiger Sharks in a Barracuda, or even 3 Tiger Sharks with no Barracudas. The aircraft are very closely priced in points. However, with the maneuverability of Imperial fighters to be concerned with, and the possibility of having to get off the other side of the board as quickly as possible, I wanted something that could potentially maneuver well against the Imperial. The Barracudas could do that, the Tiger Sharks not so much. I'm sort of hoping the Tiger Shark will act as an anvil for the Barracudas to hammer the enemy fighters against. So here we are. This is going to be our deployment, or not our deployment. So here's our forces for the breakthrough. On the Imperial side, we have 2 regular Lightnings, numbers 1 and 2, again armed only with laser cannons. And then Lightning Strikes, numbers 3 and 4, they are armed with the multi-lasers. And facing off against them this time, we have our Tau, 2 Barracudas. The red one has your standard railgun. The green-tipped one has the burst cannons. And then 1 Tiger Shark with ion cannons. Let's see if the Tiger Shark makes a difference in this particular mission. So to see who's the attacker and who's the defender, we're going to roll dice for it. High dice gets to be the attacker. And because my Tau dice are cursed, I'm using some green dice for the Tau and blue for the Imperials. And wouldn't you know it, it looks like the Imperials get to be the attackers. So as the defenders, Tau had to deploy first. As you can see, I've set them up pretty much in the corner with the Barracudas on the right side of the Tiger Shark. Tiger Shark closest to the board edge. Idea of that is to try to protect the Tiger Shark as much as possible and give the Barracuda room to maneuver wherever they want, while still being close enough in the first turn or two to support the Tiger Shark. Now, because the Imperials are the attackers, they had to deploy second. They basically set up not quite to the corner, but the first 2 Lightning Strikes are set up so that they're just going to travel straight down the line to the Barracuda. And then I've got the 2 regular Lightnings with their long-range laser cannons. They're on the outside so that they can come around the side and take some long-distance shots and work their way outwards towards the Tiger Shark. At least that's the plan. So before I start, I forgot to mention during the description of the setup, all the Tau aircraft are traveling at speed 5, altitude 4. The Lightnings and Lightning Strikes over on the other side, they're all at altitude 4 as well. The Lightnings are traveling at speed 5, and I believe the Lightning Strikes are at speed 8. Rolling to see who has initiative for the first turn. Tied dice, truck in. Imperials get first choice, and I think they would want the Tau to go first. So let's move Tau first. And the most obvious one to set up is going to be the Tiger Shark. Traveling speed 5, altitude 4, he'll maintain speed. That's his maximum. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could turn him to to face this way. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. At this point, it's hard to tell. I think we will turn him just in case. That way you cover most of that area up there. So I'm going to activate this lightning over here. He's doing a turn, traveling at speed 6. I think I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to leave him at speed 6. Actually, I'm going to turn to speed 7. So turn once, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I went far enough, or I went too far over. So he's sitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hexes away. He's out of range of the tiger shark. Back to the Tau. I think we'll take and do the Railgun Barracuda. He's doing level flight as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to boost him up to speed 7, which is his maximum speed with afterburners. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn 6, 7. Hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's just in long range there. That does put him at risk against the lightning strikes, but we'll see what happens. The most obvious would be this lightning strike. He's doing level flight. He's at speed 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to drop him down to speed 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's solid into medium range, which is where his multi-lasers are best. So last Barracuda, he's doing level flight, and I'm going to keep him at speed 5, but I'm going to increase his altitude to level 5 from 4. That'll slow him down to 4 for next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to have medium range on that, but he's at a different altitude, so it's going to force this guy to make a decision what he wants to do. Back on the Imperial side, well, got lots of choices really. Here's another level flight. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's probably a good spot. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So he's going to maintain speed 6, altitude 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now he's got angle on all 3 aircraft. And finally we have this last Lightning. He's at speed 6, altitude 4. I'm going to bump him up to speed 8, which is maximum for the Lightning. And we're going to turn 1, 2, 3, 4, turn 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will keep him in arc there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he's just out of arc, or out of range rather. So Tom moved first, they get to shoot first. Probably the biggest threat right now is both these lightning strikes. having a shot here against that Barracuda. Now, I wish this Tiger Shark had a good arc, but he doesn't. The only one who has good arc on those two fighters is the burst cannon Barracuda. So he's going to take a shot, I think, at lightning strike number 4. So at this point, they're in medium range. Burst cannon at this range gets 6 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now remember, the Barracuda is at altitude 5, and the lightning strike is at altitude 4. So it requires 6s to hit and 5s to damage. No hits with the main burst cannon. He also has 2 missiles. Again, needing 6s to hit, but 4s to damage. No hits with the missile. And then his weapon pod, he's got another 3 shots, needing 5s to hit. Oops, I'll get that over here. 6s to hit, 5s to damage. And once again, no hits. So first shot wasted for the Barracuda. So in retaliation, we're going to have this lightning strike attack the railgun version of the Barracuda. He has multi-lasers at medium range. He gets 6 shots, 5s to hit because they're same altitude, and 5s to damage. And wouldn't you know it, he's got 1, 2, 3 hits so far. Let's see if he can shoot down the Barracuda. Single hit, but there's no exploding damage, so the Barracuda suffers only a single damage point. And that's it for the first lightning strike. So next up we have the railgun version of the Barracuda. He's going to be shooting way over here at this lightning, and at this range it's 10 hexes. He's just in long range. He gets a single shot with a railgun, needing 5 to hit, 2 to damage, and he missed with the railgun. Now he does have a missile pod. It gets a single shot, again 5s to hit. Hits with the missile pod. Unfortunately, the missile pod does not explode damage. However, it does cause damage on a 4+. And he rolls a 2. No good. Finally, the burst cannon gets 2 shots, needing 5s and 5s. Single hit with a burst cannon. Can he damage him? Nope. And that'll take care of both Barracuda's shooting. So for the next Imperial activation, we're going to have this lightning strike shoot at the railgun variant Barracuda. They're both at altitude 4, so 5s to hit and 5s to damage. We've got 2 hits so far. One more 5 and the Barracuda with the railgun is gone. Not quite. We got a 4 and a 3. Not enough. And that takes care of the lightning strike. So for last TOW activation, we have the Tiger Shark. Its main gun and missiles are only forward firing, and the only aircraft in forward arc are the 2 Lightnings, which are outside of long range. We can't shoot at them. So instead, he's going to use the weapon pod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's medium range to that Lightning. So at this range, it's 3 shots, needing 5s and 5s. No hit with the weapon pod. And that'll be it for the TOWs this turn. So for the Imperial activations, there's really only one. This one is too far out of range or has nothing in its arc. Meanwhile, this one, he's at 10 hexes to the railgun, same altitude. So he gets a single shot, needing 5s to hit and 2s to damage. 6 will do extra damage. He will hit. That's not good. And 2 points of damage, which will give a total of 3 to this Barracuda. He only had 2. He's destroyed. So it's turn 2. Orders are given. Let's see who's going to get the initiative. And this time it's the Tau. And I think as much as the Tau would normally want to make the Imperials move first, they really have to shoot first. So we're going to make the Tau activate first. So with that knowledge, turning on the Tiger Shark, he's doing a turn. Now he's at maximum speed 5, altitude 4. I'm going to turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's going to turn this way. For the Imperials, this lightning is going to do a turn as well. He's traveling speed 7. That actually might not be a bad speed for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So I'm going to increase him to speed 8, maximum speed, staying at altitude 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to turn twice. Actually, make him go 5, then turn twice. 1, 2, 3. At this point, his arc of fire just gets the Tiger Shark in range. That leaves our last Tau flyer. He's doing a stall turn. He's at 4. He's going to increase his speed by 3 to 7, which is the max speed. Thank goodness for the afterburner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can't stay there, so he has to go 1 more. Now, because of that, he has to roll to see if he takes damage. I believe it's a 3 up. He's okay. He's fine. It was either a 3 or a 2. And he's going to change his angle. Now, if I stay here, yeah, I can still catch him, and that's what I want. I want to be able to catch him and still keep the arc open. That handles all the Tau movement. Let's continue with the Imperials. So this lightning is also doing a turn. He's already traveling speed 8, and I think we'll just keep him there. So turning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn 7, 8. And that'll put him in medium range with the Tiger Shark. And the final Tau flyer, he's doing a stall turn as well. He's only going speed 4. I think I'm going to increase him to speed 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll turn around. And he's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's at perfect medium range to shoot back at that Barracuda. And that takes care. Oh, forgot this guy. The other lightning strike is also doing a turn. He's at speed 6. I think he'll keep at that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn around, and 6. He's going to keep the Tiger Shark in his arc and be able to shoot. So that's it for movement for turn 2. It's not looking good for the Tau. So first bit of shooting in turn 2, Tau move first. They're going to shoot first. I'm going to start with the Barracuda. I don't know how I was looking at this before, but actually the arc here just misses this particular lightning, but it does have all 3 other lightnings in his arc. So in a sense of self-preservation, he's going to shoot at the lightning strike that's headed straight for him, going head to head. So burst cannon at medium range, he gets 6 shots, needing 5s and 5s to damage. And we went and moved stuff all over the place. Oh wait, I forgot to bring him down. He's still at altitude 5. He needs 6s, but he got one. Can he roll a 5? No, he cannot. He does get 3 missile shots. So again, 6s to hit, 4s to damage. We got a hit with a missile. Damages on a 4+, and we got a damage point. Excellent. Unfortunately, it doesn't explode. Not that it would have mattered at a 5. And finally, the weapon drone with burst cannons gets another 3 shots. Again, needing 6s and 5s. Ooh, I got 2 6s. Can I get another 5? Added up together they make 5, but no, it's not enough. So Barracuda does do a single point of damage, but that's it. So seeing as that Barracuda has fired, there's no point stressing about him. Let's try to kill it with this guy. He's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes. He's at the maximum extent of medium range. So medium range, he gets 2 last cannon shots. 5s to hit, 2 to damage. 1 hit. If he rolls a 6, it's extra damage. No, but he does cause a single point of damage to the tiger shark. And that's it for him. So the tiger shark, he's mostly worried about this lightning because he's got las cannons and he's the one that's most likely to do the most damage. So concentrating fire on him, he gets 4 shots with his ion cannons, same altitude, so 5s to hit, 4s to damage. None of the ion cannons hit. He does get 3 missiles. Again, 5s to hit, 4s to damage. And wouldn't you know, I got a single hit with the missile. So damaging on a 4+, and I rolled a 1. I'm doing good. And finally, the burst cannon from the weapon drone, he gets 3 more shots. 5s and 5s. Nothing. Getting rather disappointed with these Tau aircraft all of a sudden. So, taking a shot, this lightning, 2 shots, medium range, into the tiger shark. 5s to hit, oh dear, they both hit. 2+ to damage, 6 does extra damage. And he gets 3 points damage total. So that'll take the tiger shark, or sorry, that's 2 points of damage plus 1 for 3 points total. Tiger shark still has 2 structure points left. So the lightning strike over here got damaged by the Barracuda here. He's going to retaliate and shoot back at the Barracuda. He gets 6 shots with his multi-laser. Difference of altitude, he needs 6s to hit and 5s to damage. No hits, they're all misses. And for our final attack of the turn, we have this lightning strike shooting at the tiger shark, same altitude. So 5s and 5s again, 6 shots. No hits from that particular lightning. So beginning of turn 3, Tau are horribly outnumbered. Our tiger shark is down to 2 wounds. The Barracuda has taken no damage, but we're outnumbered 2-1. Let's see who gets the initiative this turn. And Tau get the choice, and I think the Tau are going to choose to move first. So, I hated to do this, but I think it was the best thing to do in terms of the campaign. Tiger Shark will activate first. He's going to do a turn. So he's going to turn. He's staying at speed 5. He's going to move forward his 1 square. Turn 2 hexes. 2, 3 off the board, and that will be an involuntary disengagement. So next activation, let's go with this lightning. He's going to take and do a turn as well. Presently he's traveling at speed 6. Yeah. So we're going to turn 1, 2, 3, turn again 4, 5, 6. And that's going to be his final spot. And that brings us to this Tau Barracuda. He's doing another stall turn. Speed 7. Move forward 1. Turn twice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's off the board, but this was the opposite board edge. So this counts as a voluntary disengagement. He's going to get full points for his team for doing that. And with everybody else, with all the Tau off the board, there's no point moving anybody else. We're going to end the game there. So another fast and, for the Tau, ugly mission. As you can see from this last mission, how having an extra activation really helped the Imperials to control the gameplay. While in theory the Tau have better aircraft because they have more weapons, not being able to hit really hampers them. It doesn't matter what dice I use for Tau, they're just not hitting. More importantly, that extra activation, because of the extra aircraft the Imperials have, allows them to always be able to place one aircraft where it can attack the Tau and theoretically do the most damage. So back on the Imperial side, Lieutenant Erickson in Lightning Strike number 3 took some damage, but still managed to keep his plane on the table until the end, so he only gives up half points of the value of his aircraft, giving up 13 victory points to the Tau. Also, all the pilots gain 1 mission experience as none of them were shot down. This gives pilots Arberg, Brandon, and Dugald enough experience to count as Squadron Aces. Squadron Aces have 1 free reroll for each mission, and if they are shot down, they can roll a 6 and survive the experience. On the Tau side, Carly in the rail cannon armed Barracuda was shot down, granting the Imperials a full 29 points. And Whiskey in the Tiger Shark was damaged, but did manage to escape off the side of the map. Going off the side of the map counts as involuntary disengagement, and so for a damaged aircraft, that's the full points, and the Tiger Shark adds an additional 34 points to the Imperial total. So Tau have given up 63 standard victory points to the Imperials. However, while none of the Tau got any kills, both Echo and Whiskey survived, gaining a mission experience point. That's really all I wanted for the Tau. I want to get them gaining some experience into the squadron so that they can start to accumulate some of the free rerolls. So what were the actual victory points? Well, for the Tau, they would normally get 13 points per standard victory points conditions for the damage they caused. However, the mission-specific rules state that the defender only get full points for any aircraft exiting voluntary off the opposite side of the board. They don't get points for anything else. So the damage points is 0. But the Tau do get full points for the Barracuda that escaped the board edge for another 33 points. Tau list was also 4 points more expensive. So in theory, they should be getting an extra 4 victory points, taking them up to 37. But again, strict interpretation of rule says no, they're stuck at the 33 points. For the Imperials, they gain the standard victory points for damaging for a total of 63 points, plus 5 points for each aircraft that they shot down before it could escape. So one Barracuda is another 5 points. And unfortunately, they don't get anything for list bonus because they were lower in points than the tower. So this gives the Imperials a total of 68 points and another win for the Imperial Navy. So I forgot to add this last time. Tracking the campaign points, a win is worth 3 campaign points, a tie is worth 2, and a loss 1 campaign point. So taking into account of this mission and the last mission, the Tau, having lost 2 in a row, have 2 campaign points. The Imperial Navy has a total of 6. So right now, Imperial Navy leads in the campaign. So for the Imperial Squadron list, we have the 4 surviving pilots in green. Also of note, Lieutenant Arberg made 1 kill, tying him with Lieutenant Brandon, both with 2 kills under their belts. Lieutenant Arberg, Brandon, and Dugald now have their required 2 missions to count as a squadron ace, so they each get the free reroll and the ability to bail out of aircraft if shot down. Lieutenant Erickson has a mission under his belt, 1 more, and he can join the ranks of the squadron aces. No fighters were lost, so we can assume that all aircraft will be repaired, rearmed, and refueled for the next mission at no extra cost to the squadron. So on the Tau side, the Tau lost another railgun-armed Barracuda pilot. The replacement pilot, highlighted in orange, is going to be Kovrita India, and they will fly the same aircraft as the one that was destroyed. No changes, no cost to the Tau Reserve Fund. It's basically a straight attrition replacement. While the other Barracuda pilot, Echo, damaged to lightning, the pilot did not succeed in getting a kill, so all he gains is 1 mission experience. Meanwhile, the Tiger Shark pilot, Whiskey, failed to do any damage or escape off the proper board edge. However, the Tiger Shark did escape without being shot down, so the pilot survives and he does gain mission experience. And I realized while doing these notes, once again, I forgot to roll the armored cockpit rolls for the Tiger Shark. Who knows, maybe if I had saved 2 of the damage, I would have taken a chance and tried to do the extra turn and tried to escape off the proper board edge, which would have turned the game around. Then again, maybe not. That's it for this mission. The next mission is the Straggler. So do you think the Tau can get out of their slump? Will they start to shoot and hit the enemy? Time will tell. Or will the Imperial forces continue to walk all over the Tau? Meanwhile, I hope you're all out there having fun. Be safe and good gaming.